Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial. My name is Rico and today we're going to talk about how to set up return and send channels like a boss. Okay, so here I have some set of sounds which I'm going to use and I'm going to play with the return channel and I'm going to make some tricks and then we're going to talk about the technique itself. So let's go. So all the sound you're hearing now are all affected with the return channels. If I just switch them off now, all of the return channel, quite a substantial difference. So let's start the first things. So everyone has a different taste in music and therefore having a different usage of return channels. The way I personally use my return channel is customized to the music that I do. So I really like to have a lot of reverbs and delays and, really, repetitive psychedelic stuff, which I like in music. So in my case, the first sounds will be a long reverb, so the first return. And I can play also with the synth. Because when I switch them off, I have a long tail. So I like this kind of reverb because it gives me a really profoundness, basically. The second return, it's a short reverb, and it's mostly working with drums. So let's play the drums here. So you see, it gives this kind of patina on top of the sound. It gives this brightness, very short brightness that spread out on the stereo field. And I prefer most of the time to use this kind of return on the snare because the snare benefit much more on this kind of short reverbs. And especially I do quite a lot of electro. So I use a lot of reverb on the snare of this type. Then third return, it's a dark reverb. So it's very similar to the long reverb, but it's more ominous and dark without the brightness. So let's play again the drum and add the very long and suffocated ominous reverb. Works well also on then switch them off. So you have this very long, almost low pass cutted. Then number 4, the fourth return, it's a delay. A simple delay, I would say. So let's play with these sounds here. Is there as well. So pretty interesting as well. A simple delay is always useful to have it on a go. Fifth return, it's a echo delay, which is a bit more advanced, spaced up delay. And then the last 3 return are parallel compression. So parallel compression, I have done in my YouTube channel a tutorial about parallel compression, how to set up a parallel compression with Ableton Live with a free device from Ableton Live that you can download. And I put the link in the description as well. So I use 3 parallel compression types. The first one is for mono signal. So every mono sound, which is a bass, can be the vocal, can be the guitar, And everything that is a mono signal, I will use this compressor for mono signal. Then have the same for stereo, so any other sound that is stereo. And the last one, it's a parallel drum compression, only for drums. I like to have the parallel compression on the drums on its own, and all the other sounds separated. I like to have the energy on the drums with the parallel compression. So let's put the parallel compression for the drums on the last one, and I'll just use the send. And then on this one, which is a sort of bass, so this is how I like to set up my parallel compressions, and this is how I like to set up all my return channels. So this is the ideal setup for me. And again, everybody has a different taste, everybody has a different style. I like to have these 8 return channels that are ready to go to play with effect, because the benefit of having a set of return in your project is, first of all, for the CPU, you save a lot of CPU. You don't have to add effect to your channels on time, and then it's much more faster to make music like this, because, for example, you have a set of 7 effects. You can just assign them every time as you play the music, and you have these very fast, accessible delays and reverb that are, can spike your the ideas much faster than adding an effect to your channel every time. Another things that you can do with the return channels, it's open the communication between the return channel and feed the return channel to each other, which, by the way, I've done a tutorial in my channel where I am talking about this trick in particular. So you can, when I say open the communication between the return channel, I mean I can make that the signal of one return channel feed another return, and this other return channel feed another return, and so on and so on, and you can create an infinite loop with very interesting results on sound design. So to do this, I need to enable all the sounds. So I'm gonna enable all sounds. There you go. Okay, so now let's play one sound only. Let's play this one here. So this one is feeding to the long reverb. Now, let's put a bit less. Now I want the signal from the return long reverb to go to the dub delay signal return, which is channel E. So I'll go ahead, channel E. And you can see the signal in the channel E is fed by the long reverb. And now I want the return signal from the delay to go to the dark reverb. So go into the C. Now I want the dark reverb to go to the delay. So the next one to D. And lastly, maybe the delay going to the parallel drum compression, why not? And parallel drum compression maybe can go back to the long reverb. So now let's stop the sound. Yeah, so if you don't pay attention, the sound can go crazy, can build up, and go into strong feedback. That is not good for your ear. So now I need to put down everything. So I have exaggerated, obviously. So let's do the same things, but let's put a bit less, because the more you feed to each other, the more it's gonna build up to a peak that goes really crazy. So let's play again the sound. Let's stop now. So you have this beautiful tail, quite sophisticated. Let's try with the drum one. So let's play those 3, long reverb. And so having a set of return channel can get you the possibility of doing also this trick of making the communication between the signal of the return channel, and so it is a plus. So one more important thing is to be able to save the template of those 7 return, 8 return, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So now we were making a song, and I don't want to save the template with the song. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete all the sounds. Then I'm gonna create an empty channel. I'm gonna delete this one, and I also gonna make a MIDI track. So I want to have the setup to be started like this. Every time I open Ableton Live, I want this to be ready like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to Preference, and I will go to File folder, the tab, then Save Current Set as default. You put Save, okay. And then when I wanna open a new live set every time, I don't have to save this one. It's gonna open a new live set, and it's gonna be, here we go. So every time I will open Ableton Live, I will have this set of return ready to go, so that you don't have to load them every time. So yeah, this is how to set up your return channel like a boss in order to have a very fast and effective workflow, and also having not so much drain on your CPU. And if you have any question, please drop a comment down below, and see you on the next one.